Okay, I'm still in Fukuoka and I've been around Kyushu for the past month. And I'd like to break down the costs, some costs, most costs, the general cost of traveling and working online in Japan. So when you're traveling around Japan and you're working online, you kind of have three options. I have three tiers. The bottom tier is a backpacker. And the backpacker can go around 1,000 yen to 3,000 yen, depending on the season. But you can find one a lot for like 2,000 yen. So that kind of $20 mark around. But I always recommend people who work online and have actual jobs. Not that other people don't have actual jobs, but if you're working and traveling, I recommend to stay in a business type of hotel. And there are too many reasons why, but let's just leave it at just stay in a business hotel where you have proper internet, your own socket for your own cable, a proper desk and chair, peace and quiet in your room. If you go on, so anyway, let's go to the cost of that. The average cost around Japan will be around 3,000 yen, 3,000 and a little. So 3,000 to 4,000 yen. Let's just say 3,000 yen because it depends on the season. Let's just have it at 3,000 yen, 30 days. That's around 900 bucks or 90,000 yen. But we popped that up just in case to $1,000 a month. So $1,000 a month for the cheapest business hotel. Okay, $1,000 a month for a cheap business hotel. And then we are going, now we're going to share offices. You don't want to be stuck in your hotel room all day, every day. It's not healthy for you. You need to get outside and just see other faces and feel something different. So a share office, one day would, let's say the average cost of a one-day share office in Japan, I mean, a good quality one is around 2,000 yen a day. 2,000 yen a day. Some are cheaper, some are more. Let's say 2,000 yen a day, and that includes the cost if you want to use a booth or a place to do a quiet meeting, a kind of enclosed, I think is the word, enclosed room, where you can have peace and quiet and have a meeting. So if I get, let's say I go to let's say you go to the share office twice a week, for every week for the month. Let's just round it up to $150 a month. 15,000 yen. Probably less, probably more. Less, probably more, but around there. And then the last place, another place which would be really important is just cafes in general. I work a lot in cafes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You want to mix it up. Your hotel room, maybe late night you want to work in your hotel room. During the day you want to go to a cafe. And other times you want to go to a share office. For a cafe, in my case, I like to have a double shot espresso and something small to nibble on. It could be anything, just something tiny, just to go with the double shot espresso. So the double shot espresso usually will cost you around $5? $4 bucks, $5 or 500 yen. And then maybe you get something small like a cookie or, I don't know, onigiri with it. It's going to cost you around, so let's just bump it up to 1,000 yen. Oh no, sorry, I mean, so the cafe, let's just say you have a coffee or double espresso, that's 500 yen, $5. You do that, let's say you go to a cafe to work 3 times a week. That's 1,000. So anyway, let's just say you're going to spend $100 per month at cafes to work. Not cafes for fun. You go to cafes to work. So that becomes total monthly for hotel, share office, and cafes around 1,250. You can go cheaper, but I recommend to always push, even go 1,500, just to make sure you keep your budget within the means of your existence. That's not the correct word. Okay, so 1,250 would be my average for those hotel, share office, and a cafe to work. Okay, now we're going on to food, which is of course has a variety. You have a variation. You have different tiers of how much it can cost. But let's say you're a small person with a light appetite. You can. Okay, let's just. I'm not a light person with small appetite. So let's just say, on the average day, I overestimate my costs. It will be 1,000 yen for breakfast, 1,000 yen for dinner. I don't have lunch. And my breakfast is usually just coffee and something very light, just to some sugar or something to get inside me. But I don't really go for massive breakfast or lunch. I kind of just wait for dinner. So let's just say then 1,000 yen or 10 bucks for breakfast, 1,000 or $10 for dinner. That's 20 bucks a day. 20, and then you do by 30 days, just average it out. 30 days, you have 60,000 yen, or 600 bucks or 500, whatever. So that's 60,000 yen for general food. No, this doesn't include partying and going out. This is just what you need to survive for the month. Transportation is a tricky one because let's say you travel once a week or you travel twice a week to the next destination. It will change dramatically. And what season you travel in and which city you travel to at what month, because certain months are a lot more popular because of events or festivals, things like that. So, but let's just average it out. Let's say you use Jetstar, which is the cheapest. It's not the best, but it's just the cheapest. I don't recommend it, but if you don't want to spend so much money, Jetstar. So with Jetstar, you will spend much under ichiman, let's say 100 bucks, to fly anywhere in Japan. In most cases, on average cost. You can see sometimes it goes down to like 2,000 yen to travel somewhere. But let's just say, just to be safe, you fly somewhere twice a month. So it's going to be at least $200, niman. So let's add that into the total of a monthly. So that's niman for travel, not including the trains or within. And that's not if you use Shinkansen. Once you use Shinkansen, it can get a little more expensive. But let's pop that up anyway then for transportation to be some man per month. You've got to push things up just in case. So there's 300 per month or so. Next is going out money. So how much is it going to cost for you to enjoy your night out? And this is a lot. If you don't drink alcohol, you have saved. You win actually. Your health, your body loves you, your wallet loves you more. Unfortunately, I do drink. I do like to eat anything, nearly. So my average would be, let's just say Friday night, you want to eat something great local. You want to try their banana bread. The local banana bread, no, that's cheap. The local squid is the best. So for my case, let's just say whatever the hell I'm going to eat from the local area, top level, but not too top. Like I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. I would say 100 bucks for the night. And I love craft beer as well. Craft beer is very expensive. So 100 bucks for that Friday and then 100 bucks for Saturday night. And so that becomes 200 for the week. I'm overestimating. I always overestimate. It's 200 a week, 800 a month. So for general food, 600 a month. For going out and enjoying, 800 a month. So for things like the next cost will be something like a sightseeing. And that's a bit, most places that are interesting to see are very cheap, like museums, castles, climbing mountains, hiking. These kind of things are relatively cheap. The expensive parts that will cost you the most will be, let's say, renting snowboard gear, or renting a surfboard, or renting a car to drive. Let's just, that's real simple. Just say 100 bucks a day, ichiman a day. You can find cheaper, but just say that ichiman a day, you can rent a car for a day or one night. So those kind of costs will really change depending, like if you love snowboarding and you go every day, that's going to be a different cost. Or if you travel with your snowboard, that might be better, but that's a real hassle. So, but for my case, I don't really spend that much on sightseeing because it's so cheap. Museums and all those kind of things and beaches, they're all free or really cheap. So I'm not the best at math, but I'm guessing it all comes up under $3,000 a month. Under $3,000 a month to be a digital nomad in Japan comfortably. Not like this guy living in a backpacker eating cup ramen every day. Yeah, you can do that with $1,000 a month. Yeah, but you're not really. If you're doing that, you should probably focus on getting more money, or improving your JavaScript and your Node.js, or improving your React skills so you can charge more for your hourly rate. So for my case, if I'm traveling around, it's going to cost me $3,000 a month nearly. Well, if you make $4,000 a month in Japan, 40만 or so, you will have to pay taxes of your 4,000. You'll be taxed or nearly 1/4. So it'll leave you enough to do that. So if you can make 40만, 4,000 whatever a month, yeah, you can definitely do it very comfortably. And people ask me, Tyrone, you're wasting your money. I've got a trick, guys. Hey, I've got a trick. I don't have a rabbit and a hat, but I've got a trick. The trick is this. This is only for freelancers. For freelancers, because I'm a digital nomad, I work online and I have clients all over the place and friends, engineers who work with me. Those dinners I have, I can pay so let's just say everything I do when I go around is tax write-offable. Is that a word? Everything is a tax write-off. But Tyrone, you're still spending money. Yes, I am, but it costs me. Look, I make okay as a freelance web developer. You saw my numbers before. I'm just trying to tell you that's how much I make. And then what I found out, when you make a certain amount, you're taxed 30, even in my case 40%. So I should spend my money on business related things. So when you stay in a hotel, that's tax write-off, because I'm going to meet an engineer in this city. I'm going to meet a client or potential client. That's the one. There's the other part. I'm meeting a current client to keep good relations. It's a business expense. There you go. So that 3,000 that you spend, you get up all your receipts, your roshisho in Japanese. You get all your receipts, you add it up, and in the end, you're not paying taxes for that. So you're enjoying your life, you're nomading around Japan, you're making heaps of connections, and then you're paying for the tab because you're rich. No, you're not. You're not rich. You used it as a tax write-off, and you made a lot of new connections, and it's better off for your future to make all those connections, give them a good impression. 5 years down the line, it all pays off. But anyway, that's a trick. That's my little trick I do now, and I learned it recently. Everything is tax write-off as a freelancer. If you're an employee, then hey man, I just gotta pay more. Just gotta pay all those taxes. And but Tyrone, that's not. That's What about your pension or something? Okay, calm down, mate. Calm down. This is the Chad freelancer talking. I've got it all sorted out, or not. Either way, if the economy goes down, we're all done anyway. So who cares? And basically, everything I own is in my backpack. Everything I own is in my backpack. Everything is small. I don't spend money. Like, I've got no jewelry. As you can see, my beautiful hairstyle, my facial hair, I don't really go out to salons or anything so much. I have no interest in these physical things that can show status within a city. It's not my It's not really my interest, and I don't need a suit because I'm a web developer. Even if I have an important meeting, I would just wear this awesome shirt I got in Vietnam for like 20 bucks or 10 bucks, probably over. Designer, it's specially designed. No one else has it. So yeah, I am not interested in these. Oh man, you gotta get the Yeezy edition 2002 because that's the. Oh nah, you're a bum. Oh, you gotta buy a suit, Tyrone. Oh, no, you gotta get Jesse James edition. What's Jesse James? I don't know, I just made it up. What else is there? Oh, nah, you've gotta get a pen that has signed by a guy in a mustache from Sweden. Oh, nah, you gotta do nothing. What you gotta do? What you want to do, that's what you got to do. So anyway, that's basically everything of the cost of digital nomading and how I write off most of it. My new technique, it's all for my work related stuff, and I try to keep it. It ends up being around less than 30% of my income anyway, so it's all good for me. Oh no, but Tyrone, you gotta rent a really good place. Nah, you gotta rent what? Nah. So these people, so I'm just trying to say, people wasting their money in these expensive rents anyway in big cities, buying all this junk, and then complaining. I'm good. I'm good. Another quick tip is you got for rent, you just rent a really crappy place anywhere in Japan. It could the place, if you have to get a place, or you have to be registered in Japan, you can just rent a real crappy hut in the middle of nowhere for $100 a month as a registered place. Or you can ask a friend if you can use his or her address so that mail can be sent there. And then you can say, oh yeah, I'll pay you like $200 a month or something. And you can just keep some small things there, maybe if they're fine with that. And depends. I had a friend who he said, yeah, I can use this house to register everything. So it really depends on who you know, and if you know someone who has a spare room, or even someone who has a spare closet, you can rent the closet out from them. But yeah, you can rent anywhere around Japan, and you can $300 really cheap, all good. So I'm in a place called Co-working Q in Hakata Station, and this is what I get. This is my little setup here. So there's a public space, but it was kind of crowded, so I wanted to get a bit more private space. I have a meeting soon and kind of like to be quiet. And also you don't want, sometimes a project, you don't want people to look at it because it's private information, or what do you call it? It's not classified, it's not FBI stuff, but you don't want people seeing the project that you're working on because it is, it sometimes has, delicate information or information that shouldn't be public. So yeah, so this place here cost, I think, 1 hour 550 yen for the open space, and then for this office, or I can use it as long as I want for 1,100 yen. But you still have to pay the hourly 550 yen. So I'll be here for about 4 hours. End up costing me something like 3,000 yen. And it'll all be tax write-off, of course. I'll get a receipt. As a freelancer, I always have to get it so I can reduce my taxes. But yeah, down here you have all the cords. These chairs are great, business chairs. The internet's pretty fast. Something to lock things. And just behind there I put my bag. You can hear some of the voices around, but it's not so loud. So this is a Q co-working space in Hakata Station. It's really good. I use it every time I come to Fukuoka. If you stay in a hotel nearby, it's a great place to work. And then some people say, why don't you just work in your hotel? But staying in your hotel 24/7 is probably not good for your health. You need to go outside and just change it up a bit. And saying that I was stuck in my hotel for 3 days in a row just coding away. But sometimes it's nice just to try a share office space. So every main city has a share office, and usually this is probably one of the best for drop-in. They offer monthly subscriptions, but I never use monthly for anywhere. I just drop in and get out. And of course they have a not free, you pay 100 yen or 200 yen or so for or you can drink coffee. So that's good. And yeah, that's if you're a digital nomad or you want to travel around and work at the same time. In every major station in Japan, they kind of have these kind of share offices. The Wi-Fi is great. What more can I say? And if you're hungry, there's a lot of restaurants just outside. It's in the main station of Fukuoka, Hakata Station. So that's Q co-working space. And you see, I asked the lady, there's a few foreigners here and a lot of foreign startups here. So it's got that startup feeling. A lot of these smaller office booths have someone renting it for the month with the monthly. So that's cool. This is an example of a 4,000 yen per night hotel in Fukuoka. And as a digital nomad, as an engineer, as a person who travels and works, I'll show you some parts which are quite important. So this is the entrance. Really small place, of course, can't complain. Put your stuff here. You can hang your things. So this is what I'm looking for usually. Is there a spray? There it is. So this is the spray. If something stinks, you spray this. You can spray room and fabric. This is what I'm looking for. They have it great. You don't want to carry that's heavy. Everything's difficult. Slippers and a horseshoe. Shoe horse. Yep, normal stuff. You can check yourself in the mirror. Great. Look the same as always. But here we have to look into the toilet. Bathroom area. It's decent. It's decent, but it's not perfect, you can tell. It's a bit dirty. Not dirty, but stained. And we look at they have all the toothpaste. Why am I touching the toothpaste, the brush? I don't have a toothbrush. So I always go to hotels and take a few. Keep it in your bag. You stack these up. You have about 2 weeks of brushing your teeth from the hotels. But you're also looking for the quality of the brush. These ones, if I quickly open it. No, yeah, that's okay. Some of them are really crappy. And this is how you can tell. This is better than the average. Maybe it's just above average. Body sponge don't really use. Showers in Japan are pretty good, like they all run well. You have your shampoo, conditioner and body soap, so that's a plus. Trash stuff, put your trash in there. Okay, and now this is important too. You have a mini fridge. I bought myself some sparkling water, some water. So that's what you want, something that can store a large bottle, because you'll be drinking large bottles. There, some snacks. You check it up there. And what you also look to this place here, this is another thing. Do they have coffee? So this place here has free coffee. Isn't that good? That's important. And it looks like a designer's type of coffee. Oh, I do. Smell it. This coffee might be good. It's a strong coffee. So they have good coffee here. Complimentary coffee, garbage bin by the desk. And this is another part which is important. If you want to game, you want to online gaming, do some online stuff, and you really want the best, then a LAN cable. So that's how you can tell you're going to have good internet. Wi-Fi is usually good at all these hotels. Like Japan's Wi-Fi is usually really good. But, you know, if you're playing online fighting games, you just don't want it on Wi-Fi. And I've tried it before. I used to travel with a PS4 in my bag. It just got too heavy. I had to sell it. But it works charm. It works like a charm. So what you do is you game there. You either sit at your desk and work and play games, or you use the screen that's in the hotel. And then you also, this is the, I don't want to break this, but you can't access the HDMI cord. Like, I mean, I don't want to break it. So some places it's very easy to access the HDMI cord. So when you access the HDMI cord, you can plug it into your laptop on this side, lie down here and watch your own content, or play a game from all the way back there. You have a controller or your whatever you use. Or yes, this desk is quite decent. I saw this online, but the chairs are, it's a funky design. And this is a Nest hotel, so I think Upper Hotel might have the best chairs to work. And also, like, you can see, like, these kind of designs, the problem is you can see some marks on them. If it's a dark color, you don't see it. If it's a light color, to keep it clean, it's quite difficult. But hey, it's not bad. So I can see here, I'm not fat, or I mean, you know, I'm 6'1" and like 88 kgs, 89, 87 maybe, I hope. But yeah, it's a bit strange. So I will be working here today. Hey, it's quite okay. And this is awesome. And I'll tell you why. Not because I'm going to blow my nose or blow something else. Hey, head out the gutter. But what you do is you put it against here, then you can put your laptop against it. Now I'll have a clip of that. It's a little technique I use. Phone you don't need, obviously, and all the other stuff you probably don't need. And like most places, you can't expect a good view, so it's better left shut. It's getting hot, and all hotels in Japan have very good aircon systems. They're all very decent, so we'll switch this on. I don't know what it's on. Put it on cold. Put it on automatic, and make sure it's cold. Okay, label means cold. Okay, now this is the workstation area. This is where most of the digital nomad working coding will be. Chair could have some improvements. Now we're going down to, so the safe, well, it says when you check into the hotel, it says they're not responsible for anything. So I usually don't use these kind of safes. I just carry everything in my small wallet, my minimal wallet, and usually my bag has like my laptop, my GoPro. So if I leave the hotel, it's just my bag with clothing, some documentations which I always carry. My passport I usually carry with me just in case. So I don't use that. Here you can put ice in, so this is another good one. Some hotels have ice, and there's probably an ice machine and a vending machine, which we'll check later. Very good if you're working hard and you buy a small bottle of whiskey. They offer the glasses. There you go. So you can go sleep easily after you've been doing your 12 hours of coding. And of course, everywhere there is a kettle jug to boil your coffee. And this place is great. They've got coffee mugs. And if you have some nuts or something, put it on there. I think it's for tea bags or something. You can drink your water from here, so that's great. And this is why I kind of got this place too, is when you're working, you want to just chill out for a second. So you just come here, you look at your phone or something, you can just put your legs up there, and then you have something. So then that's pretty good, you know, just chill out here for a while. If you're watching something, I mean, that's a hard angle, not the best angle, but you can probably tilt it. So this is another reason I chose this place, is there's the chill out area. It's right next to the workstation. Chill out, and the sleep out. Okay, so now we're going to the bed again, and let's check out this. Yeah, there you go. So that's lights off. Okay, so you can fiddle around with that entrance. That's good. This is good. You can control everything from your bed. This is the annoying part, though. Put it back on. With these hotels, is I think these TVs automatically turn on once you put your card into the front. Once you put your card into this place here, it always turns on. And about this, so if you are the type of person to always forget, what I usually do is I used to work in a hotel, so I just use my Suica card, or just whatever card you can. So I just use my bus train card, and instead of that card, I'll put in this one to keep the lights on, and then the actual hotel card, I can keep it, let's say, in my wallet, where I know I won't forget it if once you walk out. Like we always walk out with our phone and wallet, right? That's kind of the two things we always check. Always forget the hotel card. So I think that's so this place is quite good. The only problem I have, oh, what's this? Should be the light here. Oh no, it's the fridge. So the only some of the problems I have with this place. Chair's funky. Chair's a bit strange. Prefer a normal chair. Is it raining? And of course, you can't complain about view. It's not going to happen. But the walls are clean. Yeah, so the only problem I have with is the chair's funky. I just wish they had a normal chair. So, we're going to be sitting on this for 8 hours trying to work. I think besides that, it's pretty okay. Like all these kind of pajama stuff, I don't really use. I don't need it. But besides that, so no smoking. You gotta pay $300 if you're caught smoking and smoke. No problem. And make sure you don't book the hotels. If you're not a smoker, don't book hotels that have smoking, because it stinks. The whole floor stinks. Everything will stink. You'll stink. And I think that's about it for this place. Nothing else to... there's always a vending machine in the building, so if you quickly need to get some coffee or some fizzy drink. Yeah, that's about it for this place. Let me know what you think. Could you work in a place like this? Too small for you? I'm kind of used to it. Quite used to it, so no problem for me. Anyway, back to work for me. Of course, you got your 2 towels. Back to work for me.